score for you today. A clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right, man. You got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got twirled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. They just keep firing. The sure hands, it's Tees. Racing to the right. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown Sooners. He got a step and just dusted the field.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished with a bang, a 71-yard scoring strike. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The give from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Dropping back, it's Russell. Looking to the big tight end. Working that left side. And he'll have enough for the first. Down at the 42.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Out of the gun, the give to the back. There he goes.
Really good looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram on a Heisman, obviously Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Handoff from the shotgun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught close to the marker, it's Freeman. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Smith. Finds a crease at the 20. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
And the Sooners will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. They want to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The run from the shotgun. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass, it's Russell. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to go deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown Tide.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
They'll corral that squib kick just inside the 15. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Smith.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
The Sooners with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Going to swing it on second down. Makes the grab. It's Carry-on. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Gives it to the back on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Keys. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Thomas. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as his defense forces a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Well, this quarterback has a ton of confidence in his wide receivers to win one-on-one, and you're not going to get a bigger opportunity to prove that than on that 4th down. That was a throw vertically down the field. Not an easy one to complete. He just knew where his guy was going to be and when, stuck it right on him, and to keep the drive alive.
Unloads to the right. And they can't make the connection.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. To the air on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the 1st half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
The Sooners trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Touchdown Sooners! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So let's Let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. He's got it on the outside. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. That's reeled in. It's Edwards. Lowers those pads. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Absolutely perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll go to the ground. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job of pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll try to drive ahead on 30 short. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Grabs it inside the 15. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. A run for the quarterback. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Makes the catch. Touchdown, Bama! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Now they'll try the two-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. Snapped it in the shotgun. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Sooner offense back onto the field. The give is to Smith. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Give to the running back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Forced out of the pocket. Fires to the big fella. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Jet sweep headed to the edge. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
You want to stop the jet sweep and be successful, get some penetration right now towards those edges, right where they're running the football. Defense was ready, got him on the ground, and stopped that play before it ever got started.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Smith. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
Smith takes the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Keys. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw on 1st down. Moving away from pressure. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Washington. And the defense drags him down.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
On the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on fourth down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
The Sooners had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The give as they work on that clock. Fighting off the defender. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And this is a situation this offense trains for, having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far. And the defense, even though they know they're going to run it, they just can't stop it.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Wide receiver comes in motion. He's looking to throw. Going for 6. Into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100 touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
He's going for the big play. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll run this play from the pistol. Defense in press coverage. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. That's it fly. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and Just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown Sooners. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Clemson has the lead currently, but they've been in a dogfight all day today and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by just one over Virginia Tech. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He unleashes a long one. Hits him in stride at the 10. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
They'll go to the air. Moving out of the pocket. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
He makes the catch. They found a way to get in the rug, but he has stopped short, and it'll be fourth down.
Man, and this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. You get the stop here. I'm down multiple possessions. Do I kick it now because it's a hard fourth down, or am I putting the foot on the pedal and staying aggressive to try to get a touchdown?
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Going right to work up top. Now he's going to break the pocket. Makes the catch. It's Tease. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. And the Sooners will hustle to the line. Even with this lead, they'll throw again. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job of this team being ready, getting the W.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.